Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we have the Lenovo A3500H and we're going to try to install a custom ROM on it to make it a bit more usable. You can see we're on Android version 4.2.2, which is Jelly Bean. It's not even the KitKat version. So hopefully we're going to upgrade it into Android 7.1.2. So all you want to do is go to settings, go to info, click on the build number like 10 times, go to developer options and enable USB debugging. Before you start any of these steps, make sure you have at least 50% charge on the tablet and back up all your files, all your images, anything important on your tablet. So all the instructions and links are going to be in the description, so you just need to follow them. So the first thing we want to do is download TWRP onto our tablet, which is the recovery firmware. So we're going to download the two drivers necessary for the computer to detect our tablet correctly. So you want to download both drivers, the MediaTek drivers specific to your tablet model, and the specific tablet drivers which are provided by the manufacturer. So since we have Lenovo, you can either go to the Lenovo website for the tablet and download the drivers from there using the Smart Recovery Assistant, or use the link that I provide. Next, we're going to download SP Flash Tool really easily by going to the website and downloading the latest version and unzip it using the password. Now we're going to download the recovery and scatter file from the next website. So this is basically the image of the recovery firmware TWRP, which we're going to flash onto the tablet, and the scatter file. Then we're going to run flashtool.exe, which we just downloaded after unzipping. Then we want to click browse next to the scatter file and then select our txt file that we downloaded. Then you want to check the recovery box and then select the location. You're going to select the image file that we downloaded called TWRP 311. And once that's loaded in, you want to click on download. After you click on download, you're going to take your tablet. It needs to be turned off, so make sure you turn it off. Just hold the power button and power off. And then, very easily, you're going to hold the volume up button. I'm not sure if this is necessary, but it works. So hold the volume up button and plug in your tablet to the computer. And then it takes like 5 seconds. You can see the bar moving and we're done. We flashed the TWRP firmware. So you can unplug your tablet. And now to enter the recovery mode, you want to click volume up, volume down, and the power button all at the same time. And just hold them until the TWRP logo shows up. The Lenovo logo shows first, and then the actual recovery software shows up right there. And we can see there's a warning that says we can lose some stuff, whatever. So you're just going to slide there to accept, and we're finally in. So now we're going to power off for the time being and do not install the application. So this next step now is to root the device to be able to install the custom ROM. So we're going to use SU super root, whatever it's called. Click the link here and download this one. And then you're going to put it into the root file of your tablet. So you're going to turn on your tablet, connect it to the computer, and make sure it's set on media transfer so you can actually detect it. And then you're going to take your super user root file, make sure to keep it zipped, do not extract it. You're going to copy it and paste it directly into the internal storage of your tablet at the root. Now you can unplug your tablet and turn off your tablet, and then boot it back up into recovery mode. Once again, volume up, volume down, power button at the same time. We're in. And then you want to click on install, click on the zip file, and just swipe, and it should work. There we go, we are rooted. So we're gonna reboot real quick. Click on install, and the reboot button on this TWRP version doesn't actually work because it's unofficial, since the tablet isn't officially supported. So you're just gonna reopen it with the power button, and you can see it says Android is upgrading, which means SuperSU is downloading, and you can see it is on our homepage. So you want to click on agree and click on start, and we should be rooted. So we can continue on with our other steps. And in case you want to unroot, you click full unroot. I don't know why you would want to do that, but let's go, we're rooted. Now you're going to take your micro SD card and put it into your adapter, so you can actually plug it into your computer, unless you have a micro SD slot on the computer. Gonna stick that in, and our final step will be to download our custom ROM and choose it from a variety of ROMs that are provided. So there's this very cool website, it's in Turkish, and there's Viper OS, Resurrection Remix, and XOSP, whatever. So you're gonna choose the one that you want. I tried 3 of them. I would recommend Resurrection Remix version 5.8.8, as it's the one that worked the best out of the 3. I'm downloading the Google one. And now we're going to download GApps. You can skip this step because it doesn't really work for Android 7. But you're going to select ARM 7.1 and Pico or Nano version. You don't want it to be such a big file size. And we're also going to download the storage.xml.zip file. It's basically a patch that fixes the internal storage of the ROM, since most ROMs don't have that implemented for some reason. So you're going to copy these 3 zip files and copy them directly into your micro SD card. It's going to take a while. You can finally eject, and then take out the micro SD card and put it into your tablet. You're going to open the slot and push it in this orientation, same orientation that's printed on the little flap, and just stick it in. Make sure it's nicely in there. Once that's done, let's boot up back again into TWRP. And now, before installing, you want to wipe the storage. So you click on Advanced Wipe, and you want to select all of them except micro SD card and internal storage. So you're going to select System, Data, Cache, and the cache, the other cache, whatever it is. And then click Swipe to wipe, whatever, and it should be done quite quickly. Once you're done with that, you're going to click back twice and go to install, select storage, and select your micro SD card. Now the first thing we want to download is our custom ROM. So I have this one AEXN, and you click on it and swipe to install. This might take some time, up to 10 minutes depending on some factors. For me it took like 5 minutes probably, or something, 2 minutes maybe. Here it's sped up 10x. So we're just waiting. And there we go. We're done with the installation of the ROM. So you're going to click on Reboot System. You don't want to download all 3 patches at the same time. So you don't want to download the GApps and the storage fix at the same time, just so you can like figure out what's the problem. Is it your ROM? Is it the GApps? Or if it's the storage patch that doesn't work? So once your tablet is off, wait for like 5 seconds and then turn it back on with a power button, and you can see the Google logo popped up and we have 4 little dots dancing around, and it's basically just loading the firmware. That took like 10 minutes, so just wait, be patient. And we're into Android 7. You can see the status bar, notification bar, whatever. It's a bit misshaped, so I'm going to show you how to fix that at the end of the video. Let's just go here, look at the information. We're in AEX, and that's basically it. You can see there's all this info and stuff. I believe this version, this custom ROM, already comes rooted with both ADB support and application. And let's just change the date and time. You can see we're in 2014. We're in 2023 right now. Just set that to have actual working Wi-Fi. And as you can see, we do not have the Play Store pre-installed, but we do have a camera application, which isn't the case for all ROMs. So let's see if the camera actually works, and looks like it does. That's my computer. And there are some settings here and there. Probably won't be too in depth, but the camera does function. And as I said, there's no Play Store, that's why we need the G apps, but there is a custom browser, some like lightweight proprietary browser, and it does work, but you need to connect to the internet, and I am not connected to the internet. But that's whatever. We verified stuff does work, but let's open files and see if that works before we install the patch. So right here, files, and files does not open. So you're gonna go back to TWRP after shutting down, just like that. Volume up, volume down, power button. Now we click install, select our storage.xml zip, and swipe. And there we go. You can also do the G apps now if you want, but G apps don't really work since Google apps no longer support Android 7, so it's kind of a lost cause. All you can do is basically use the browser and download APKs from like APK Mirror or other Play stores like F-Droid. But yeah, you can see we got a notification saying we don't have Google Play services, and Google Play services isn't gonna work because Android 7 isn't supported. But we do have the Play Store, there we go, even if it doesn't work. Let's just quickly connect to the Wi-Fi. And you can see, here's the problem. Once you click sign in, nothing happens. You're just stuck on this screen, and you can't really do anything about it. The servers are shut down. But now, as you can see, we can enter our files and everything's there. We have root access. So now let's try the other ROM, which is the Viper one. I also tried the Resurrection Remix, which I recommended off camera. It's the first one I did during my tests before making the video. And it works the best out of the 3 that I tested. So now, you don't want to do what I'm doing. Do not follow these steps, because I bricked the tablet. So since I wanted to switch to Viper to see if it's better than the AEX N1, basically I went back into TWRP, I wiped and just downloaded the zip directly, and that didn't work. All that happened was it kind of like successfully finished, but it wasn't really successful. Once I clicked the reboot button and the power button, all it did was show the Lenovo logo, and then it just turned off and didn't turn back on. So it's basically bricked. So if you want to switch from a custom ROM to another one, do not do the same steps because they're going to be different. Because the root access is not the same with SuperSU as with the inbuilt root. As you can see, the tablet is not going to turn on, which is a shame, but I do have a way to fix this, and I do successfully install Viper OS. So the way to fix this, you want to download the original ROM of your tablet. Just search on Google and you should find it. I do have some links in the description. So you want to click on the download, the ROW file. It's basically a whole file that contains the SP flash tool and the scatter file and everything necessary. But I will be using the newer version of Flash Tool. So just open your flash tool.exe. There we go. And then we're gonna select from the folder we just downloaded containing the original ROM. You're gonna open that and go to target bin right there and select the scatter file. And it's gonna load. It's gonna take maybe like 30 seconds. And then you wanna click on download. And then you want to plug in your tablet to flash the original ROM back on. This is going to wipe everything on the tablet, so if you didn't back up, it's going to be a bit too late. You can see it didn't work because we're like boot looping or whatever. So you're going to open this little flap, and you see this little hole right there. There is a hard reset button. So you're going to take like this SIM ejector tool and hold the button for 10 seconds, more or less. Just hold it there, just so the tablet completely shuts off, because that's what we want. Now you can finally plug it back in, and we see it is working, it is flashing. This is going to take longer than the TWRP flash. This might take 10 minutes at most. It took maybe 2 minutes for me, so it's quite fast. And I just redid all the steps, and now we're finally in Viper OS. You can see I am in the software in Android 7, and everything works except, of course, the Play Store and all Google stuff. But this ROM does not have a camera app, so you're gonna have to download an APK from somewhere. And yeah, so you can see this also doesn't have root access for applications, only for ADB, and SuperSU root did not work on this, so you're gonna have to find another way if you want to root on Viper OS for applications. And I also flashed the file fixture. And as you can see, the Play Store also doesn't work here. But I was able to download Google Chrome, and it does work. You can open YouTube and play videos at 720p smoothly. But I don't know if it's with this OS only, but Viper OS only plays sound out of the bottom speaker, not out of the top speaker. And you can see here the bar, the notification area, is like a mobile phone size, not tablet size. So to fix that, you go to settings, search accessibility, and then on display size you click that and set it to large instead of default. Once you do that, you can see it's properly sized and fitted to the screen. But if you don't find the accessibility area, you can go to developer options and set the minimum width of the display right here. Set it to like 580 instead of the original 600 something. And you can see it is normal sized. Another thing you can do to improve battery life and performance is scroll all the way down in developer options and select on background process limit at most 4. So that's basically going to limit the stuff running in the background, which is, I think, at default of 20. And that's basically it for this Viper OS. Now, if you're going to do this, again, I recommend Resurrection Remix, since it worked the most out of these 3. And it was kind of like the smoothest. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.